Hello everybody, Arturo Johnson here, and in today's video I'm going to show you why getting another job or second job or side hustle isn't going to make you rich. So if you're looking to take your life and self to the next level, or if you're an entrepreneur minded person and you just can't seem to get ahead, if you stick around to the end of this video, I'm going to show you exactly what you need to know and the secrets to why you can't get ahead. And so this topic is most noted by Robert Kiyosaki, who wrote the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And in this book, he talks about having two dads. One poor dad who was a teacher, well educated, and then he had a rich dad who barely finished high school, but he was an entrepreneur. And then in this book, he talks about the two different philosophies of advice that he had, and neither one of them was wrong, but it just was the trajectory of what Robert wants to do with his life growing up. And so this book is pretty awesome. One of the first books I ever read. And so he also wrote a second book called The Wealth Quadrant. And for the purpose of this video, that's what I'm going to dive into today. And so this is very important because there's some specific advantages that I'm going to go through step by step in this video. And this is the reason why you seem to not be able to get ahead. And so in this wealth quadrant, there are these specific, that's terrible. Let's see if I can draw this a little bit better. There are 4 specific quadrants. And the first one is E, which is employee, which is just a basic W-2 employees. And then the second one is S, and that's going to stand for self-employed small business owner and specialist, like a doctor or a lawyer or an accountant. And then there is B. Now, B is for big business. And this is for corporations that have 500 plus employees. And then down here, it's going to be I, which is investor. Okay. And so the reason why these things are important is because, and granted, I'm going to be talking about mindset here. Okay. And so usually on this side, there's a poor mindset and a rich mindset. Okay. And over here, most of the time with employees, right, the reason why this is something that they take advantage of is because of 40% that you all will have to pay in taxes if you're an employee. Now, so that means that for every $100 that you make, Uncle Sam's going to get 40, and he's going to get it up front because he doesn't trust you to pay him. So they have payroll taxes that come out before you get your money. So you work for your money, it's taxed, they take it out first, and then they give you the rest. And so most W-2 employees are taxed at about the 40% level. Now for self-employed specialists and small businesses, they also pay taxes, which is between 20 and 30%. For big businesses, they get huge tax breaks, so it's about 5%, and then investors is, about 1%. Okay. And so why is this important? Because when you are of this mindset, you're taught to just get a job, right? Just to make a living. Well, what's the challenge with that? Well, you can't really get ahead off of 40%. And over here with this rich mindset based off of this book and the philosophy that Robert Kiyosaki is talking about, what you want to do is you want to build businesses, okay? / assets. Okay. And so why is this important? Well, the reason why this is important is because there's just some key distinctions here, right? And so the number one is on this side, most employees and small business owners, specialists, and self-employed, they work for money. Okay. And they love security. So they go to a job so they can get a 401k and some insurance, and they stay on the soft secure side, but they also pay the most in taxes, right? And then over here, the big business owner and the investors, they trade money for time, and they let their money make more money for them, right? And so this is very important, right? And the number one factor that we need to focus on here on why a second job or a side hustle won't make you rich is taxes, right? If you're paying the most taxes, then you're never going to have anything left over at the end of the month. So going and getting a second job is only going to mean that you're going to be paying more in taxes, right? And there's this thing called the corporate veil. And so if you aren't able to cross this veil, right, then you don't have these certain tax advantages. So this guy here, this guy here, and this guy here all have tax advantages. And what are those? Is that they get all the income first to be able to use, and then they pay their taxes at the end. And this is a huge advantage because it's all about one thing, and that's cash flow. And the more cash you have that flows, the more it will grow. And so then the third thing is assets. And so this is important because, like I said over here, with this, you want to build businesses or assets. So you want to create things that are going to generate cash, right? And so if you don't know what an asset is, let's talk about what a liability is. So a liability is something that takes money from you, right? And an asset is something that gives money to you. Okay. And so what you want to do is you either want to create businesses or assets of things that produce money for you, right? And this is important because W-2s pay the most in taxes, right? While 1099s and corporations pay the least. And it's because they have created some kind of asset that creates something that stimulates the economy or jobs, right? And so they get tax breaks. This is huge. So if you want to get out of that rat race or this seemingly process where you feel like you just can't get ahead, well, that's where you want to focus on an idea or a situation where you can create an asset. Because if you go and get a second job or a side hustle, then all you're going to be doing is paying twice the amount of taxes, right? And they're going to take that up front. So if you found this video helpful, go ahead and click the like button as well as subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll put out videos and content just like this for entrepreneurs as well as life insurance agents that want to grow their business. And so I hope you found this helpful. Take care.